Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? I've been in here chatting this morning. Who did I miss? Joy Callie made it in. Cherie made it in. Still, Chloe. True Crime Beat. You threw me for a loop. You changed your name. Thank you, Fun to Ski. That's the way to start the show off. Gifting memberships, always showing the love you are. Rapper said he's doing great. Hello, Izzy. How was everyone's weekend? Actually, first off, do I have any background noise? The reason I'm saying this is because we haven't had air conditioning. Well, yesterday, some HVAC people came over and we need a blower fan, I believe, for our air conditioner. So they put a window unit in. So at least we have some reprieve from the heat. Okay, sounds good. All right. Hello, Shay. Missed you. Thank you, Nana. Thank you. Woo! So yesterday we had the Father's Day show. Lots of love for Eric and Shannon. You know, they recently lost their daughter, 23 years old. I put a separate tribute up. If you have time, you can go look at that. It's on the video tab. And this situation with Alexee, I shouldn't call it a situation because it's far worse than that, is just, it's like a buzzsaw. It won't stop. They have no remorse. They're doing everything they can to CYA. And you guys have a lot to say about this. And I mean, you have a lot to say about it. There are so many failures in this case. But the one that's going to go down, unless her attorney pulls some real defense attorney magic, is going to be Alexee. The boyfriend who, let's face it, we know that they're young kids. I don't think that they stopped knocking boots. Good morning, Crime Story Diva. Michelle Reed is a member again. Hello, Matt. So he would have had to have noticed a little something different about her body, if you know what I mean. Little something different going on with Alexee. I would think her mom would have noticed. Hang on, let me put a picture up. Thought I was a little better prepared. I apologize. Susie Sue said even youth should know better. Let me see if this picture loaded. All right, so this is a picture of Alexee. You're telling me that the boyfriend's mom, because she spent a lot of time at the house, matter of fact, I think that she was at their house the day before. He seemed to know about the back pains. Kimber said she looks pregnant in every picture I've seen. I don't understand how no one knew. Now, let's look at it this way. I'm going to lay off her mom for a minute. If your son's girlfriend starts gaining weight in her boobs and her belly, as a woman, do you not grab a hold of your son and say, we need to get her a test as soon as possible? Good morning, Ryan Christie. No one at the school said anything? Now, all of these people will be fine because there's no such thing as reporting a pregnancy, if you know what I mean. Nobody needs to know that anyone's pregnant. Someone's got to get someone to the hospital when it's time to have the baby. And you know what? Some well-check visits in the meantime to make sure the baby's healthy are highly advised. I have a very hard time believing no one noticed this. Before I get to the comments from the last show, let's take a second to tell everyone hola. Lots going on. Let me tell you what, Reddit is blowing up. And I'm not on Reddit. I can't navigate it. I've tried several times, especially with the Idaho 4 case. You know, Ethan, Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee. But you guys have been sending me a lot of stuff, and you're like, you've got to see this. You've got to see this. You've got to see this. Now, I will say this safely about Alexee. Good morning, ICU. I would say that she has an issue with honesty and accountability. And we're going to look at it again. She clearly knew when she went to that bathroom and struggled for whatever it was, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm hearing too many different stories about how long she was in there. And they were knocking on the door. They were gonna get her out of there. She clearly knew a baby boy she gave birth to. She clearly knew that. But she hopped back in the bed with the whole attitude, I told you I was a virgin. I told you I'm not pregnant. Now, we have a lot of problems here. Is she a sociopath or is she a compulsive liar? You tell me what you think. A sociopath is typically defined as someone who lies incessantly just to get their way. A compulsive liar is defined as someone who lies out of habit. Lying is their normal and reflexive way of responding to questions. Compulsive liars bend the truth about everything, large and small. The terms pathological liar, habitual liar, and chronic liar are often used to refer to a compulsive liar. Or is it neither of these things and she truly was just trying to cover up being pregnant? What do you guys think? Because there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. They did go to the prom together just a few months after their child was suffocated in the hospital. Even the photographer at the prom got blown up by internet freaks. You think that the photographer is supposed to know who all these kids are? Woo! Why beat up on the photographer? We'll get to that in a minute. Let's go through some comments. Put my glasses on. Victoria March said, there's absolutely no freaking way she or anyone else did not know she was pregnant. No freaking way. To say that is just plain ignorant. Those photos are undeniable. If she doesn't go to prison, I'll be shocked and disgusted. I got pregnant at 19 and my ex-BFF got pregnant at 15, then had a baby at 16. 18 is an adult and plenty old enough to know better. Like Dr. Phil says, when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. I agree with this comment. And I also see a lot of comments floating around the nasty, nasty internet of people that are saying this is her mom's fault. She did this because of her mom. It's like the girl in Ohio. And I think her mom has a lot to do with it. But the law does not care about her relationship with her mama. They don't care. I didn't see her mom having any concern for human life either. Two Boston moms says the stepdad and the boyfriend's mother are more upset than the girl's mom. This is horrible. Jean Banks says what she did was totally disgraceful. She could have yelled out for a nurse at any time. I think she was scared out of her wits from her mother. There was never a touch of a hand or a cuddle from her mother to the daughter after such a traumatic thing to happen to her daughter. Yeah, she just had a baby. Now let's talk about that. She didn't give birth at school and not know what to do. This didn't happen at home. She wasn't at the high school gym and ran to the bathroom holding her butt. She was at the hospital. Her mom said, thank you, Christina, said, Lexi, we talked about this. Do you know what happens? Don't you watch the news? What happens to these girls that do this? And that's it. So I'm trying to give the mom the benefit of the doubt early on. I'm like, the mom is in shock, but as this has unfolded, she's not in shock. She's defiant. Very defiant. This does not teach her daughter anything. Extra AF said I had to leave early, but it was probably best because I feel very passionate about this one. And word to the wise, if any of these cases or these shows raise your blood pressure, do some self-care. Because I'm telling you right now, I will never do a show just to make one of you feel bad. That is not my intent. We talk about cases, and I know that what we talk about on here is disturbing and it's troubling. Lisa said, Mama has some screws loose. Yeah. Extra AF, back to her comment. I had to leave early, but it was probably best because I feel very passionate about this one, and it has me very emotional. From the beginning, I have had a knot in my stomach about it, and when we first talked about it, I was the first person to look side-eyed at the mother. Good instinct, Extra AF. She says something is very wrong here. I still have a lot of questions. This young lady should be prosecuted, and I hope the cell phones of everyone were seized to determine who knew what and to find out if her mother told or influenced her to do what she did in the bathroom. Now that's a comment for you. Think about that. Look at everybody's cell phones. I don't care who deletes what message. It's still there. People can unsend Facebook messages all day. Guess what? Facebook can retrieve them. Even that Snapchat crap can be pulled up. So, from our friends at Reddit and all of you, this is what's going on right now. They want the FBI, good for them, to get some DNA. Please accept this letter as a formal request of the FBI for DNA analysis, specifically to determine maternity and paternity. Safe to say, Alexee is the mama. But we got to figure out who daddy is. And that's what they're trying to do. The Artesia Police Department is requesting the assistance of the FBI Roswell Resident Agency for the processing of DNA evidence from a homicide case to assist in the furtherance of the investigation. The case arose from an incident on January 27th, 2023, within the city limits of Artesia, New Mexico, and which is being investigated by the Artesia Police Department. The DNA samples were obtained from the service of a search warrant on the suspect's person for DNA and from a blood card of the victim's blood. The victim is the baby. Obtained during the autopsy and turned over as evidence to the Artesia Police Department. This case involves the alleged homicide of a newborn child, resulting in significant impacts on the community. The expected social and personal implications of the case throughout not only Artesia but the entire surrounding area make it vital that the highest quality of evidence processing is conducted as expeditially as possible. Hopefully I said that right. There is currently a backlog and new rules for DNA processing at the state of New Mexico Crime Lab that prevent us from requesting their services at this time. So they're getting the FBI out of Roswell. They want to find out who the daddy is. They're trying to establish a motive. What's her motive for doing this? She's at the hospital, so there's no covering it up. She knew they were going to find the baby. So what is it? Is it the mom? Are we scared of her mom? Is he not the daddy? I don't know, but they're going to get to the bottom of it. And I agree with Extra AF. Get all the cell phone records and find out what was the conversation before they got to that hospital. All right. Also, on approximately February 9th, 2023, I, Detective Gonzalez, not me, Detective Gonzalez, contacted Devin Fierro, that's the boyfriend, on his personal phone. I advised Devin I would like to interview him about the incident on 1/27/23. Devin said he would call me back as he was in school at the moment. I left him my phone number. So he's wanting to talk to the boyfriend, or as they called him, Mr. Boyfriend. On approximately February 16th, 2023, I contacted Devin as I had not heard from him. Devin advised he did not want to speak with me at this time. I asked him to keep my number in case he wanted to at a later date. Why would the boyfriend not want to talk to the detective? Is his mom saying don't talk to them? I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts in this case. There's a lot. He's obviously still talking to Alexee. Mind you, his child died too. And look at this. They're at the prom. But he won't talk to the police. Now, I looked for the update, and as of, well, over the weekend, unless something's changed, he has still not talked to this Detective Gonzalez. Well, he's going to have to. He's going to have to. Good morning, Carol Claus. Gaelic said, did he lawyer up? Well, that's what I would like to know. That's what I would like to know. We'll get back to the prom in a minute. Let's go back for people that are new to this case and look at this.
What? So we started working her up. We did a pregnancy test on her, showed positive. She was denying that she had sex. Then she said she had to go to the bathroom. She went to the bathroom. She was in there for quite a while. We kept knocking on the door. Finally, we got her to open the door, and there was blood everywhere. She was cleaning it up. Okay. So we took her back to the room, and I was afraid that she knew she was pregnant. She had done something to herself. Mm-hmm. So the doctor started doing an exam on her. We had the lady come to clean the bathroom. She put the baby in the trash can, and then she put another clean liner over the top of it. Oh, wow.
Okay, for members only, I put a video up yesterday that actually shows them taking the trash can out of the bathroom, and it is horrible to see. Now, according to Alexee, it wasn't crying. She can't even call it her son, the baby, her son. This is from Law and Crime. Alexee, the baby autopsy report. The autopsy revealed that the newborn did not have any physical abnormalities or injuries at birth. It was observed that air was present in the lungs and stomach, suggesting that the baby was likely born alive after a full 38 weeks of pregnancy. The autopsy indicated that the baby might have suffocated. Well, a plastic bag would do it. A plastic bag would do it.
Okay.
So when they looked in there, there was no trash in there, but it was
Right.
underneath the clean bag. The
Okay.
baby's dead. Okay, we have him in trauma too, but she killed the kid.
Yeah. How old was the baby?
I don't know. It's full term. She just had it. She had it in the bathroom. Was what happened, and then whatever she did, I don't know. She's gonna lie. She wouldn't tell us she's pregnant. She's been lying the whole time.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. I just pulled the doctor out of the room, so nothing's been said to the patient or the
Yeah.
mother that's in there yet.
Okay.
I have Leela, the housekeeper. If you want to interview her,
Yeah.
she's the one that kind of found.
Yeah, because I wanted to get with you guys first and then get with her
Right.
to get her statement before I even do anything.
Well, I'm the charge, and this is what has happened.
Okay.
You can interview the nurse that had her.
Okay.
The 2 nurses that were taking care of her.
Now, on the last show, we watched the body cam of when they interviewed the housekeeper that came across the little baby boy. And let me tell you what, I feel horrible for her. Horrible for her. She goes to clean up this bloody, gory scene, and what does she find? A little baby that had nothing wrong with him at birth.
You can talk to the tech, which is Lori. She's the one that went in there and actually found it, because Leela's like, this is really heavy.
Okay.
So when Lori went in there, and then of course the baby was underneath the clean liner.
Okay. Yeah. If we can speak with Lori, because
Okay, I'll get Lori, and I'll get Leela.
So, officer, so the first thing though is I need to make sure that the mother, the woman who delivered the baby, is medically stable.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if she delivered a placenta. She's bleeding a lot. I just got her accepted to Loveless,
Okay.
so I need to get her up there as soon as possible.
Okay. Check this over right.
Okay, so how I need to tell her what's going on, and I need to tell the mother what's going. The mother, and they're both in there together.
Uh-huh.
Is one of you willing to be present for that conversation?
I'll go down there.
Are you guys going?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go in right
sure.
now and do this.
While we're doing that,
And then I'll make sure Leela comes out. All the other nurses and stuff are here, and I'll get Leela here. Okay. So she's in the Hey, Marina, will you get Leela back down here? Marina.
I'm sorry, there's we discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Okay. Like I said, when I did the first video, I was trying to give her mom the benefit of the doubt. I'm going back through the comments, and like a lot of you had said, she didn't hug her daughter, didn't ask to see the baby. Nothing. And this case is very hard for people that have in vitro, had to adopt, can't adopt, wanted children. So remember, this is a very maddening case. I want you to take care of yourself. But watch the mother, her reaction.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this.
But it
I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
was scary. It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here.
I
Stop.
just
Stop.
put it in the
Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her out there as soon as possible. I need your permission to transfer her for medical. She needs to
She's
be.
19.
Oh, you're right.
But she is a student too.
She's
No,
still
no,
19
you're
years old.
right. You're right. She needs to. I'm sorry, I forgot she's
A
19.
lot came out of me.
But you need to make sure that you're safe. I need to send you to Loveless to labor delivery. Will you please agree to that?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Okay, great. I'm gonna work on that. In terms, I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, you do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy.
See, she's pathological. She knew that the baby was alive. She knew it. Science has proved it. They did an autopsy. Christina, this is a very good point. She's 19. So no matter what their relationship is, and I believe that mom's got some screws loose, the law doesn't see it that way. The mom has nothing to say anymore. I have a phone call with the detective and the mom that's going to knock your socks off.
Autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but we need to do this correctly. And I want to be transparent with you about what our steps are going to be. Officer, do you guys need to talk to her before we get her transferred?
How long is it gonna be before you have to transfer
I
out?
don't know. What were you working on?
Okay.
Maria,
So-
do you think 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Okay.
I got detectives on the way, so
Okay.
they're gonna be talking first.
Okay.
Do you guys have, I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months?
Nothing was crying.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls that what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
Nothing was crying.
Does anyone think that Alexee, and I don't know her, does anyone think that her tears are real? Like, I'm not seeing any ugly crying here. When the mom says, don't you watch the news, what these girls do to their babies? I told you to tell me. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. She's clearly pregnant. Look at the mom's belly. She don't have a belly like that.
Any other questions? Okay.
So as of right now, like what I said is, we're gonna have the detectives come over here and they're gonna talk to you, okay? We have to gather some more information about what's going on. They'll get your statement, they're gonna get the doctor's statements, they're gonna get everybody's statements, okay? So I don't know everything yet, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you, I can't tell you nothing honestly, okay? All I can
But
say
she's
is,
not gonna go to jail.
right now, she's
No?
well, right now, she's being detained. So she's not gonna leave from here at all, period, okay? So one of us will
She's
be
in your custody? Like,
yeah, she's detained.
oh my
Yeah, she's not under arrest, but she is
Okay.
detained, okay? She's not free to leave. So while this whole thing is coming up, is you're not free to leave, okay? One of us will be in here the whole time with you, because you're not gonna try to leave or nothing like that.
She
All right?
won't.
Like I said, the detectives will be here, they're gonna talk to you. I mean, your care is of the utmost right now, okay? They're gonna do what they need to do to take care of you, to make sure you get stable. They get you transferred out or whatever. Like I said, the detectives are already been notified, they're already on the way, so they're gonna come talk to you, all right? So don't leave, don't try to do nothing. One of us is always gonna be in here, in this room with you, okay? Unless we have to step out for doctor's orders, something like that, because if they need to examine you or do something with you. But other than that, like I said, you are detained, you are not free to leave at this point, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where was the baby at?
I don't know, I have no clue yet. Like I said, I just talked to the charge nurse, we're still getting all the information right now. Okay.
What an odd thing for the mom to ask. Where was the baby at? I have no clue. Why didn't Alexee tell her? Why didn't she ask Alexee? Why is she asking him? She think the baby climbed out and took a walk? No, ask your daughter. Get her to tell you the truth.
Once we get that information, like I said, the detectives, they can clue you in on everything and talk to you more about it.
Okay.
All right? Do you happen to have an ID on you, by chance?
Yes, she does.
Okay. Can we get that?
Mhm.
all that information. Call it in to the cash fund, not on radio.
Oh, okay.
Hang tight right here with her, okay? I'll be back. Ma'am, could we get your ID also, please?
Yes.
Could we put you?
Yeah.
Everything calm, I'll get her, okay?
Sure.
Can I step out? I'm gonna call my husband.
Yes. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be back.
All right, so she steps out to call the stepdad, leaves her alone. Why can't she make this phone call in front of Alexee and their company? She also calls the boyfriend and his mom, who show up.
Exactly, same thing. Hey, could you do me a favor run these two and add to the record call? Okay, it'll be New Mexico DL, both of them, whenever you're ready.
Where did you put the baby at? Tell me the truth.
517.
That came out of your toilet bag? You put it in the bag?
Yes.
In what bag? Why did you say anything to us? Do you want to get in trouble for this now? You could get in trouble for this baby.
Mom, alright, just give it time, okay? We're gonna speak to the detectives whenever she's ready, okay? You ready for the second one? Second. Last three of that second one. The last three of the second one is 333. Awesome, thank you so much.
Okay, Alexee. I know it's kind of tough right now, okay? I know you're scared, I know everything else, okay? As of right now, I cannot allow your mom to be in here with you, okay? So, once the detectives get here, then she may be able to come back in here, but as of right now, I can't allow her to be back in there, okay? If you need something, we're not gonna stay in here, okay? Because I think it makes it worse that we're here anyway, all right, obviously. And I know you're scared. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay on the outside of the door, okay, as long as you promise me you're not gonna hurt yourself, okay? Like I said, this is a lot, I know it is, okay? You're young, you know, I don't wanna be in here kinda adding to your anxiety and everything else, okay? If you need something, just push that button, okay? And then they'll come in there, they're on the way, okay? Okay? So as soon as they get here, they're gonna talk to you. I mean, the reason why your mom, well, not yet. So I can't let you come back in here yet. Yeah, once they get here, then it's up to the inspectors to get out them if you can come back here. If they're okay with her coming back here, then you can come back here. Okay? The reason why is because you're an adult, you're 19 years old. Okay? If you're a juvenile, I would gladly have it back in here. Okay? But when you're an adult, I can't have you. If you have any questions, like say push that.
Can I go sign some forms?
Yeah.
This is giving us permission to transfer you to what? Dr. Barry is gonna take you. You sign here. One more form. This is for the flight crew, is gonna transfer you to that facility, so just sign the date. Today's the 27th. They'll be here for her in 30 minutes.
Come
They're gonna transfer her in 30 minutes.
Okay, I'll let them know. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're gonna be out there. If you need something, let us know, okay? All right. Excuse us.
If y'all by chance know where she's going,
Oh, we have to talk to her about that. We just told her that she can't,
I got you.
nothing back. I mean, once she gets taken or whatever, then
Hi guys. I was just gonna let you know where she's being transferred.
Yeah, no, you.
Is that cool? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. That's the point. She had the baby.
Right.
She's still in there. She's gonna get airlifted out, transferred out for because she's still whatever she's got going on or whatever. So we're gonna transfer her out. The housekeeper, I didn't talk to her too much. Just got a brief statement from her, got her information, and then the nurse had actually been there, got the baby, opened the bag, and then they rushed her to the baby to trauma 1. That's when they started working. So I got the bathroom closed off, and then I got the trauma room closed off because the trauma room, the housekeeper went in there because they called her to go clean it up. So obviously before she checked the trash can, she cleaned everything up. When she threw everything in the trash can, she looked it up, felt it was heavy, put it down. When she looked in there, and that's when she saw the baby. Yeah. So then they took obviously the baby in the trash can, trauma 1, put the baby on the table, and then that's whenever they were
I'll take it back.
But other than that, so I got both of those closed off.
Hospice complaint? Hospice complaint?
Well, see, she was cleaning it up first because so she was in bed. So she said she actually didn't hear one of our other guys arrested her, and she said, "Hey, she needs to go to the bathroom." And so they had her go to the bathroom. About 10 minutes later, they went to knock on the door, but she didn't come out. So they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" Check on her. She's like, "Yeah, they want to come out. They want to come out." They were another like, I guess 10 minutes, and then they said, "Well, no, open the door." And then when she opened the door, there was blood and shit everywhere. So they called housekeeping. Obviously, they didn't know the baby was in
The baby's still here.
Yeah, they're still trauma 1. That's why
So
I
I probably
never
need
was
to go
on.
get blood and stuff on the truck.
But yeah, like I said, the housekeeper cleaned up the floor and everything first, and then when she put all her stuff into the trash can, that's when she felt how heavy it was, and she looked into it. That's just like,
You said you're looking for someone to talk to your mom?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to tell her where I'm going?
Yeah, no, she already knows. Detective,
Is she going?
yeah, she should be. Detective's up there talking with her right now. So, you have any other questions for us? I'll see how it goes. So,
I hear yeah.
You know, just sprayed it out water. And so they had to pull it out, but then the jacks were, we had to drive down the street, the jacks frozen out, they couldn't put them in. Oh, yeah.
Okay, Alexee, so obviously you're getting transport, okay? So you're not detained no more. The detectives will be contacting you, okay? So they'll get a hold of you. So let me get your number real quick. Okay, give me a good phone number for you? Cell phone number? 97? Okay. Your current street address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. They'll be in contact with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'd be claustrophobic.
It's roomier than it looks. For me, not for these guys.
I don't know about that. Wow. Yeah. It's not too bad. How long does it take with you? Depends on the week. There you go.
All right. So they take her off to the other hospital. They life flight her. And as you know, there was a very strange conversation in the waiting room after. That's when we really got a glimpse of the fam, if you know what I mean. And not a one of them in the waiting room would say that they knew she was pregnant. They were talking about all these health ailments, but not the most obvious. Now, I have a lot of people saying all these pictures are photoshopped. Look, I don't know anything about Adobe or anything like that. I don't Photoshop anything. I've tried to before. I mean, when I do, it's for a joke, and you can tell what I'm doing. She had to get a bigger cheerleading uniform. So that's not Photoshopped. People knew she was pregnant. There's no way they couldn't have. Christina, you're right. Those cops were very kind to her. They were beyond understanding, considering they knew what she did. So they get her down the road. Hopefully I'm saying it right. And they start talking to people around the hospital. Now, we saw the heartbreaking interview with the housekeeper. You can go back and watch that. But they also spoke to the ultrasound tech.
Jim is there.
Sorry.
Go ahead, see. Yes, ma'am. First of all, you're not in trouble in any ways.
Yeah, it's just reliving
I'm sorry about that.
Yes.
episode, but yeah. That's what it is.
I apologize for that. So can you just tell us everything from the beginning of your contact on the January 27th, either the day it happened, with either party, the mom or the baby, whichever one came first, and then to the end of contact with either? Oh, but can I start with your full name?
Lorraine Romero.
Lorraine Romero? All right. Okay, and so can you start from the beginning for me?
Okay, so I got, because I do 24/7 call for ultrasound, so I got a call. I couldn't even tell you the time, maybe it was 8:30, 9:00.
At night?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I come in and they asked me to come in for a stat ultrasound. Apparently the patient had delivered the baby and thought that there was still placental tissue because the amount of bleeding she was having. So I thought, okay, great, I'll be right there. So when I got here, I go and I get my ultrasound machine. I go directly to the ER. And first of all, when I came to the hospital, I noticed that there were about 6 cop cars. Okay, so I thought, oh, please don't let it be my patient. But anyway, so I get my machine, I go directly to the ER department, and I said, where's the room that I'm supposed to go into? And they said room 2. So I'm taking my machine over to the room, and there's 2 cops in front of the door, and there's 2 police officers inside the room that the patient was in. So I'm getting ready to go in. There was a little bit of chaos because there's quite a few. The nurses were around. The physician, the ER doctor, was sitting at her desk, and 2 ER nurses stopped me and said, "You do not need to do the ultrasound. You could go ahead and leave." I thought, that's fine. Grabbed my machine, started to head back to my department, and then the physician, I can't even remember who the ER doctor was. I can't remember her name. But anyway, she said, "Lorraine, do me a favor." And her hands were covering her face, and I saw that she was distraught. And I said, "What can I do? What's wrong?" And she said, "I really do need for you to go in and do the ultrasound." And I said, "Okay, that's that's fine. And we're still looking at the same diagnosis. And she mentioned to me, she said, no, this is disturbing. She pulled me aside. She was whispering to me, and she said, apparently what the patient did was she walked in, she goes to the restroom and delivers the baby in the restroom, and then puts the baby in a bag, because the garbages that we have throughout the departments are pretty tall, and there's those large garbage bags that are pretty sturdy. So I guess she delivers it in the bathroom and pulls placenta and everything out, throws the baby in the bag, goes in the garbage. And how she ended up in the room for me to scan her, I have no idea. I didn't get details.
No, that's fine.
said
It's just what you did.
Mhm. So anyway, so I go into the room with her, and I know that I need to scan her, but I need to scan her through the vagina, not through the belly, because I noticed that there was a significant amount of blood on the table. And there was a police officer in there, and I was a little bit uncomfortable with him being there, and so was she. So I asked him if he could step out and just stand with her. So he did that. So I didn't want to have a conversation with her after I was given this information. But she was talking to me, and while I'm trying to get things set up, and she says, I don't know what's going on. She said, I didn't know I was pregnant. I'm a cheerleader. I started gaining a lot of weight. My clothes were tight. I was taking birth control pills. So she said, this didn't make any sense to me. I don't know what to tell you. And I did my scan, and then I left.
And that was the end of your contact with her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Other than her telling you that she was pregnant, taking birth control, and her clothes got tighter, did she tell you anything else that may come to mind?
And did you use the belly ultrasound or the vaginal?
Through the vagina.
Through the
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and still there was, some tissue, because when you deliver, whether it's a normal delivery or not, sometimes still placenta tissue can still be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was having significant amount of but after that, I stopped. I told the doctor, and I sent the report out to be read, and that was it.
So
And it wasn't till the morning too, when I walked in, and this is Artesia. I'm not from Artesia. I just work here during the week, and word gets around, and I just was hearing stories of what really happened. I never knew the details until I walked in the next day.
Okay.
And I just didn't stay with them.
and how long have you been a
Ultrasound?
tech?
For about 20 years.
Okay. So is there any other trauma or anything to that part of the body that would lead you to believe that she didn't give birth, or?
No, because, and after talking to the ER doctor, I mean, she was obviously in labor,
Mhm.
and I think she knew that. And so my assumption was, she panics, because when she was talking to me, she was talking pretty rapid, and she was like, I don't understand. So, was it all mental, psychological, who knows, but she definitely knew what she was doing, and what was doing was wrong, because
Whoa, that is quite a statement from the ultrasound tech. They knew she was in labor. She knew she was in labor. She's talking a mile a minute. She's not a seasoned criminal, if you know what I mean. So she painted herself in the corner. She knew what she was doing was wrong. She knew.
the way she was talking to me, just stating, I didn't realize I was pregnant, and we were going to take the birth, so, I mean, she was panicked, but, I didn't see her being in a state of mind where she did not know what she was doing. And that's just my perception working with women, well, not just women and men, and scanning in general, who's a little bit off, and I didn't get that with her. She was pretty much, and she felt it. I mean, you could tell that she was, I don't know if I should say if she was worried or she was concerned, because she knew what she did was in the wrong. That was just the impression I got.
Is there anything that we didn't ask that you think we should know about?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't read up on cards either. My apologies. Your HR lady has my contact information.
In mine as well.
And so if you have anything you want to add that you didn't think of right now that we didn't ask, let us know.
I can call you.
And you give us a call, you can email us, anything like that, okay?
And we truly appreciate what you do. Okay.
And if it bothers you, talk to someone about it, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please do. Don't hold it in, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I absolutely love these officers because they're so kind, they're so considerate. They're like, don't hold it in. Talk to someone. Don't hold it in. You know, that's the best thing, you know, I mean, in any situation you can do, get it off your chest, because what they saw that night, and mind you, these are seasoned professionals. They've seen a lot of stuff, but you don't see someone give birth in a bathroom and put the baby in the trash. Kimber said not knowing goes out the window after you deliver a full-term baby. Truer words have not been spoken. I saw some comments about the DNA. Here is the problem with the DNA. Now, they have gotten the FBI involved because they want a full DNA profile of the victim, which would be the baby. But the latest contact with Devin, the boyfriend, is he doesn't want to talk to them. They contacted him. He was at school. He said, I'll call you later. They called him again, and he said he didn't want to speak with the detective. Well, I mean, they know that Devin didn't commit a crime, but, you know, shouldn't he help his own child? In the meantime, before she got arrested with everything going on, they went to the prom together as if they don't have a dead child. Now, look at the difference in Alexee right there at prom. Look at this. And from when she was cheerleading. Or when she was just at school. Also, this poor woman, Melody Smith, got beat up by a bunch of internet weirdos about her taking pictures and posting them, not just of Alexee and Devin, but she took pictures of all the kids at the prom. So when she was told by many people what happened with Alexee at the hospital, she had to make this post. Look at this on the screen. Hi, everyone. I just want to make a post regarding the pictures I took at the AHS prom walk. At the walk, I took photos of every student and their date that came through. During this time, I was unbeknownst of the situation regarding Alexee. After finding out about the situation, it never even occurred to me that she would have been at prom until I started seeing TikTok videos of pictures of her at prom and being reached out to by a local artisan. I did have an image of her and her boyfriend posted on my page. However, after learning about the events that transpired and learning she was indeed at the AHS prom, I have deleted the images from my page. I do not agree with or condone any of Alexee's actions, and I pray for the soul of that sweet baby. Thank you all for understanding. Now, why the hell? And she's being very kind here. She's saying a local reached out to me and told me, but she had a lot of very negative messages. Extra AF said, I don't know if this message will go through. The universe is keeping me from this show. Nope, we got you. She lost power and the phone was dead. Welcome to my world, Extra AF. Let me tell you what, I feel sorry for anybody who loses power. For those of you coming in late, the autopsy was done. It said it was observed that air was present in the lungs and stomach, suggesting that the baby was likely born alive after a full 38 weeks pregnancy. The autopsy indicated that the baby might have suffocated. Like I said, a plastic trash bag would do it. Now let's get to her mother confronting the police. Again, they're very kind to her, but I want you to listen to what her mother is truly concerned about. Okay, wrong one. Okay, again, wrong one. My goodness. Get it together, Brooks. Okay, what the hell am I doing? Bear with me, you're in good hands. And this full body cam is from True Crime Anelli, Anaeli.
Ms. Rodriguez? Yeah. At the hospital. You've been talking to my supervisor.
Yes,
Okay.
Sergeant Chris. Yes. Will it
And-
be you guys tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. I told him at 10 o'clock you could come over.
Okay.
Okay. You and your CYFD person.
Yes.
I'm better. It's
Okay.
just her, but you know.
So have you, are you family?
Yes, this is her sister. This is
Okay.
my daughter.
I just don't want to talk about anything.
Yeah.
Have you thought about therapy for her?
Not yet, but I was gonna look into it. I was gonna look on the back of the insurance card. They told me there were some numbers on the back.
Yeah, so that's how you go through our,
Oh, okay.
your insured providers. Just
Okay, so knowing they've already put together what's going on here, all right? And I don't know how they kept it together because we're talking about a baby. A baby. So they're saying that she needs to get counseling for Alexee. Oh, it's going to take a lot more than counseling to prepare her for what she's about to go through. All right? But listen to what the mom is really concerned about.
FYI, for us, we have PMS here in town. They're the ones that most people are insured through.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
if you want to do in town, we do PMS here, and then
Okay.
we have one in Carlsbad, 2 in Roswell
Okay.
that are usually on all of everybody's insurance.
Okay. Did
Something to
you
think about.
hear about like HIPAA was broke and there's like a whole
How?
bunch of rumors out? Some
I heard there
of
was
the
rumors
nurses-
through
yeah.
the high school.
Yeah.
The nurses do talk, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's just small town stuff.
So what does she want to do? Call the HIPAA police? Do you know that HIPAA was broke? She doesn't like that the small town is talking about the murder of a little baby boy. HIPAA was broke. You want to call the HIPAA police? You think these kids at school don't know what's going on? You think the boyfriend didn't talk to his friends? You think she didn't talk to her friends? And you can tell he's trying to band-aid the situation.
But that shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't
That's why
have.
it's HIPAA,
And
you
I know.
know?
Well, and because I was reading on that, and like on Facebook, everyone's
Mhm.
doing all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because we did do a disclosure,
Mm-hmm.
and that was through our person of contact.
Mhm.
That's our PSU command supervisor.
Mhm.
So he did do one. He didn't put any name in it or anything like
Okay.
that. And that's just something he did because he was being asked about it for
Okay.
so long.
Okay.
So that one was done, but then I hear like the high school's
Yeah.
talking a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had teachers message me and everything. So.
Really?
Mhm.
So everyone already knows.
Yeah.
Look at her face. I had teachers message me and everything. You think that you're going to cover this up? Hell, I'm talking about it on my channel. This wasn't going to go away. She is more concerned about their reputation. Lindsay Culver, thank you for that. Once you kill a baby, I'd say your rights and privacy are not a factor anymore.
That's a bad thing about a small town.
Yeah, that is the best thing about a small town.
It
But
is.
like I said, but more importantly, I'd talk to insurance
Yes,
about therapy.
yes. And I am going to keep her home for about a week. And I am going to look for like therapy for her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to do all of that as much as I can today and tomorrow. So,
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
At least you're actually a parent that cares.
I love my daughter. She's my everything. But yeah, you guys can come over tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be there.
We'll
It has
contact
a red roof.
We'll contact you before, make sure it's still okay.
Yeah.
We do that.
She acts like she's inviting them for lunch. You guys can come over tomorrow. We have a red roof. I'll make some chicken salad. Do you prefer mustard or mayonnaise? Swiss cheese or provolone? Yeah, you guys can come over tomorrow. I mean, I only have a grandbaby that's dead. Thank you, Carol Claus, for the memberships. Turn on your gifts and don't forget about our members' lives. Amanda said only HIPAA only applies to medical officials. Exactly. Hello, muscles. Yeah, come on over. You guys can come over.
I love my daughter. She's my everything. But yeah, you guys can come over tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll be there.
She says, I love my daughter. She's my everything. And I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does love her daughter. But do you have any love at all for your grandbaby? Do you have any love at all for your grandbaby?
There.
We'll
It has
contact
a red roof.
We'll contact you before, make sure it's still okay.
Yeah.
We do that all just
Okay.
before, so that way you're not like forget about it. Some
Yeah.
people do.
No, I won't forget about it.
Okay.
We will be there.
Well, you have my number. The supervisor I'm
Yes.
talking to is Sergeant Perez. He's
Yes,
also
I've
you
been
have his
talking
number.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been keeping in contact. So.
All right.
Yeah. Also, do you know like when anything about the autopsy, how fast? And
We
that-
asked to expedite it. I still haven't heard a word back. So it did happen on Saturday, but from
Yeah.
speaking with Weedman, the OMI person assigned to the case, he said we're not hearing anything yet. So he told me as soon as we find out, or as he finds out, he'll let me find out.
Are we getting him back? Did you know? We are getting him
You
back, right?
you will, yes.
Okay.
And that's why I was telling y'all at the beginning that with like names, stuff like that, and then who you want like Turpins and who do you want to do end of life care with.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so she does ask, are we going to get him back? Are we going to get the baby back? Now, to add insult to injury, they named the baby boy Alex. This is like when they put Leilani Simon into the obituary of Quentin. You don't give props to the one that murdered the child, my friends. No. We don't name the murdered baby after his mama. Her name is Alexee. His name is Alex, from everything I'm reading. We don't do it.
When do you think would?
I don't know. That's not up to
When
me.
do you want? Okay. Okay.
So you know how so with it being tricky because technically you're not next to him, it'd be your daughter. Y'all would still be contacted with it because they'd have to find out where y'all want him to be transported to. Because some people pick them up from Albuquerque, because it's free of charge whenever they go from here to Albuquerque.
Okay.
And so it's free of charge coming back, but some people want to do, like with just other cases, they'll do it in Albuquerque because it's cheaper to cremate, stuff like that there. They have to get a hold of you first to get, well, they have to get a hold of her first to let them know what they want to do next. So they'll get a hold of you as soon as they're done with him. I don't know what's taking so long. Usually they don't.
Okay. No, we haven't even really, we've tried to talk about that, but she didn't know. She don't know.
Well, in town we have trepiding. Roswell has way more options for like mortician stuff like that. Because you have to talk about, do you want to do cremation, do you want to do burial, stuff like that.
Okay.
And so that's because she is of age, so she'd be having to be the one to sign off on everything. Because like, and I don't know y'all's financial situation, but y'all guys may be able to pay for it, but she still has to be the one to sign off on stuff with how that goes. Because with OMI and stuff like that, it has to be who's immediately next.
She's not getting it. They've had to explain to her over and over that Alexee is an adult. She has to be the one to sign off. You're not in control, Mama. You're not in control.
Okay, so it's one of those that they will get a hold of her, and with that, something you and her would talk about what you guys want to do, and him.
Yes. Okay.
And keep that involved.
Okay.
But it's one of those things you always all have to mesh out.
Yeah. Okay. We will do that.
All right, we'll
Thank you so much.
get a hold of you tomorrow. Make
Okay.
sure. All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you,
see
ma'am.
tomorrow. Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. No accountability. No shits to give. This came my direction. This woman named Mary says, "This is the lady who hit and run my car in Waco, Texas. She is the mother of the daughter who recently got arrested for killing her own newborn." Someone said, "Shut up, no way." She said, "Oh my God, how long ago did the hit and run happen?" She said, 4 years ago. It was my first week at Baylor as a freshman at Baylor. Someone said, WTF, kind of recent. That's actually wild. Clearly, they don't take accountability. She said, "Yeah, I had to stop chasing her at one point because I had my new roommate with me and I got worried about the safety." You see what we're dealing with? And this lady swears it's her. If it's not, I apologize. We have 2 crime scenes we tried to run from. Because I do believe this woman. She's got the picture. She's got the license plate. Listen to this phone call with me when the detectives call to talk to Alexee.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Rodriguez.
Yes, sir?
Hi, this is Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department.
Who is this?
Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm calling you today because I tried to get a hold of Alexee at school.
Why would you go to school? Why wouldn't you come here to my house?
Well, because you told me that I need to speak with a lawyer before you talk to me. But I need to hear that from Alexee first.
Okay, and I'm going to play this in its entirety. For the millionth time, she's an adult. Mama, Miss Rodriguez, she's an adult. Why would you go to the school? Because you're non-compliant. See, you are non-compliant. You're not just non-compliant, you're defiant. Why would you not talk to me? Well, because they've only told you over and over that she's 19. So when she's like, "We have to get a lawyer," well, I got to hear that from her.
Me that I need to speak with a lawyer before you talk to me. But I need to hear that from Alexee first. Would she be willing to just tell me that in person at your house?
Okay, why? What? Yeah, I'll have her tell you. Tell her you're only going to talk to him with the lawyer, Frederick.
I need to hear it in. I have to be in person, ma'am, so I know it's her.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, this is Detective Gonzalez.
Okay.
Hi, is this Alexee?
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. I just need to meet you in person. I know your mom told me for you that you want to talk. You would only talk with a lawyer present. I just need to hear that in person, okay?
Well, I will talk with the lawyer present.
I just have to hear that in person, okay? When would be a good time to meet you? To tell me that in person.
You can come to my house right now, Detective Gonzalez, if you want to. I'm here and she.
Old girl grabs the phone again to talk for her. They're telling them, they're being very accommodating to this family considering a baby boy was murdered. They're being very accommodating. This is Billy and Leilani part 500, because we've seen a lot of mother and daughters like this.
Here.
Okay, that'll work. I'll head that way then.
All right, thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Like, you can come right now. Listen to it again. Listen to this tone.
Hello?
Hi, Miss Rodriguez.
Yes, sir?
Hi, this is Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department.
Who is this?
Detective Gonzalez, Artesia Police Department.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm calling you today because I tried to get a hold of Alexee at school.
Why would you go to school? Why wouldn't you come here to my house?
Well, because you told me that I need to speak with a lawyer before you talk to me. So, but I need to hear that from Alexee first. Would she be willing to just tell me that in person at your house?
Okay, why? What? Yeah, I'll have her tell you. Tell her you're only going to talk to him with the lawyer present. Hello?
I need to hear it in. I have to be in person, ma'am, so I know it's her.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, this is Detective Gonzalez.
Okay.
Hi, is this Alexee?
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. I just need to meet you in person. I know your mom told me for you that you want to talk. You would only talk with a lawyer present. I just need to hear that in person, okay?
Well, I will talk with the lawyer present.
I just have to hear that in person, okay? When would be a good time to meet you? To tell me that in person.
You can come to my house right now, Detective Gonzalez, if you want to. I'm here and she's here.
Okay, that'll work. I'll head that way then.
All right, thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Damn. Okay, I'll head that way. As if he's got nothing else to do. Okay, I'll head that way. Did you hear? I'll never tell you. Now, that was the mom. I'll never tell you. Now, I know many have seen it, but many haven't. This is the arrest video. Buckle up. Get your coffee, get your mimosa, get your Diet Dr. Pepper, whatever you like, because you're going to see some wild shit here. You're going to see some wild stuff. How many times, let's count how many times they've explained to her mother, she's an adult. We have to deal with her. Tiffany said, who is she mad at? Well, we know who she should be mad at. No remorse, no accountability.
Yeah, let me know you're with us too. Yeah, that was not good. I thought you weren't supposed to do that. Technically two. I want to knock on front. Alexee.
turn on the closed captions. So there they are at the Red Roof Inn. You know, it's the one with the red roof. They're at the Red Roof Inn now. I've been missing you too, one love.
Yeah, I think we went out.
I will bring her out. Just tell me what's going on.
For her arrest.
Okay.
I will give it to her whenever.
Can I see her?
She can see.
Okay, I have the closed captions on. So she opens the door. Just tell me what's going on. Well, they're there to arrest her. You see, this was in May of 2023. The baby was murdered in January of 2023. What's going on? Listen to her. What's going on? And for the millionth time, she's an adult. We'll talk to her, is what they're saying. Listen to that again.
Alexee. Yeah, I think we went out.
I will bring her out. Just tell me what's going on.
For her arrest.
Okay.
I will give it to her whenever.
Can I see her?
She can see the warrant when she gets arrested.
This is my house. I
Right.
have a right to see the warrant.
I'm letting you know she has a warrant for her arrest. We don't have a search warrant for your house. We have a warrant for her arrest.
Okay, can we see the warrant?
Yeah, once we,
She gets a copy of it.
Can I go up there? Will you take her up there?
You can go to the detention. Do you know where it is?
Everything?
It's
Okay,
lower.
so what is she under arrest for?
She's over 18. She's got a
I understand that.
Right.
Detective Gonzalez.
She's over 18. She has to talk to me. What is she under arrest for? The big M. The big M. And she was released on bond, allowed to attend school and graduation, will not have an ankle monitor, or must be under house arrest, or be under house arrest, required to attend counseling. They're being more than fair with her.
What is she under arrest for?
She has a warrant for arrest. Okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
she's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
We'll tell you that. But
Okay, then let me know now. Let me know now. I'm giving you the corporation. I told you answer my question. What is she under arrest for?
Like I said, she's over the age of 18. Like, that's not, that is, we can't really go to that. Bring her out here.
What is she under arrest
Bring her out here,
for?
we'll tell you right
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under
she's
arrest
gonna get
for.
arrested regardless of how I don't know why.
For what? For what? For what?
Are you okay with telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence
Yes.
at the hospital?
So, can we see her now?
She acts like she's so surprised. We're going to listen to that again. Murder and tampering with evidence. Tampering with evidence? At the hospital? No, at Dollar General. What do you think? You kidding me?
For what? For what? For what?
Are you okay with telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me.
Homicide. Open count of homicide. And tampering with evidence.
Tampering with evidence
Yes.
at the hospital?
So, can we see her now?
Give me a minute.
Okay.
I have a right to see a warrant. It doesn't matter if she's over the age of 18. This is my house. You have a right. You have to show me that warrant.
If we're searching your house.
Even if she's under arrest, you have to show me the
It's
warrant.
up to her to show us.
Sarah, this is Rose Rodriguez. Alexee Trevizo. Hey, I have the detectives here. They want to arrest my daughter. They're saying they have a warrant, but they can't show me a warrant for arrest.
You good? When we get to there, I'll give you a copy. She gets her copy. And it's up to her.
Can I see the warrant?
It's an arrest warrant for her. It's
Okay,
not a
can I
search
see
warrant
the
for your
arrest warrant?
house.
I want to see the arrest warrant.
And what will that prove?
You bet when this is over, I'm coming for the police department and the hospital.
Yes.
I am.
Yes, ma'am.
Gary, this is Rosa. Gary. The detectives out here wanting to arrest me. They say they have a But he hasn't shown me. He hasn't shown me at any time. No, no search. Okay. So I guess do I do it?
Good rest mom first, right?
Yeah, we'll go there.
Trying to
Get
do
a
that.
protective thing.
Oh, they said it's for homicide and tampering with evidence.
You see her?
Okay.
Would it?
Okay.
Probably just nosy neighbor.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's here. She's here right now. Yeah.
Oh, no. Might not be a nosy neighbor.
Guess I could have done a better part of the job.
Could you please?
We have a report of a portable child.
That is his.
What has she been watching, Judge Judy? Who does she think she is? My goodness. And it doesn't matter who she calls, they're there with an arrest warrant. Mom needs to go back to 8th grade civics and understand how this works. Once they get the evidence and they get the warrant for arrest, you're going to the pokey.
Policy.
I will give it to you. Please
That
don't.
Sky Aguilar, repeated my
Please
thing.
don't.
She ran away from 1002 West
Yeah,
Washington.
it's nothing personal. It really is. And we understand, but we have to do our jobs too. Okay?
I understand that. I understand that. That's Melanie. That's Devin's mom. She's good. She's okay.
We're not gonna be rough with her or anything. We're just gonna take her over there and book her.
Please don't be rough with her, please.
Just bring her out. You can be with her the entire time. Okay?
You know where the
Okay, now look at her. That's Devin's mom. Why do we need Devin's mom there? Come on, Devin's mom isn't going to make it better. She's like, please don't be rough with her. Like she was rough with your grandson?
public safety complex is? 3300 West Main?
You can follow us over there. I will take you there. You can follow me over there.
As soon as I release the criminal complaint to her, she can then give it to you there, okay?
When can I get like her bond? What?
That's set up by the judge. It's Magistrate Judge Chuck
When,
Foster. He should be doing it if it's after 3. He'll be doing it in the morning. Go on the back. All right.
You have the original?
I have the original and a copy.
A copy. So you want to give me the copy, and I'll make you a copy?
Works for me.
Because you need it. We need the. Well, I gotta sign off on the original.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll just.
How about we just meet at the.
Well, yeah, the original plan, sir.
Yeah, we'll just meet at.
Can I write down the phone number for her card as well when she gets there?
You can call write down whatever you need.
Just
We just
no
need her out
flammables, no flammables or sharp objects.
Yeah.
Oh, another one.
I really didn't park in the best spot.
Writing down for her lawyer for when she gets over there. Her teacher is very small.
Who are these people?
No idea.
Central 7077, 14 unit.
We're 10 for.
Oh, is that the boyfriend?
I don't know what he drives. I've only ever called him.
That's my other daughter. That's,
Oh, okay.
That's my daughter.
Yeah, some work you lose. Nothing important.
Central 730. Roll for 730. 611 South First Street, the hospital auxiliary shop. We had an RP call in that the building was open, yet no workers. When I was on the phone with her, someone did come in claiming to be a worker. 611 South First.
We're arresting Alexee.
Please, she'll be
We're
there.
arresting Alexee. You're here at home. Bye.
What can you see in there?
I can see them keep going in and out of her room.
Oh, okay. Nothing weird though?
No. Nothing sharp. Okay.
No one saw her enter the house. No one saw her enter the house today.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hi. What's your name?
Alexee.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
Don't know it?
So,
Okay, so here we're looking at a lot of codependency. She's looking at her mother as if she has no clue of what's going on. I would love to know what the conversations have been from January to May while they were tying up their loose ends, the police. She's looking at her. Did she tell her the whole time it's going to be okay? Don't worry about it. Look at her.
No one saw her enter the house. No one saw her enter the house today.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hi. What's your name?
Alexee.
Okay. What's the last 4 of your social?
She don't even know it.
Look at her belly. Look at her belly. Then look at this belly. And we're supposed to believe that they didn't know she was with child?
Don't know it?
I don't know.
Alexia, do you know your date of birth?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
11/25/03.
Yeah.
Do you have to walk her all the way over there? Can you bring your car up here?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'll go get it.
Alexia, are you okay with your mom getting your criminal complaint when we get to the detention center? It has your personal information
Can you
on it.
repeat that?
Are you okay with your mother getting the criminal complaint? It has your personal identifying information on it. Serial number, date of birth.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. I have to serve you first, then your mom can get it, okay? I do. He's gonna move his unit around. No medications, anything you need to take while you're in there.
No, sir, no.
Okay.
She has still been like bleeding, so I don't know if she needs.
Do you have any? I don't know if they have tampons.
They do have feminine products.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure if you take your own, use your own.
Can she? Do you want to grab some? Can she grab some of that right quick? Or?
Yes.
Do you mind if
Get your little bag.
one of us goes to?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just making sure you're doing.
Just grab your little.
Okay. And just nothing sharp, no flammables, nothing sharp. Okay. Okay. They're gonna check it when you get over there. Okay.
Okay.
Confirms that address is 611 North First Street. 611 North First.
Okay. We'll check those. Same thing. Okay. They're gonna check all that when you get over there. Okay. Thank you.
I'm going up there right now too. Okay.
All right. What's in there?
Personal pads.
Personal pads?
Yeah, she needs them.
Oh,
3200 West Main Street, the Public Safety Complex. If you just go through the front door, you know where we first spoke, the records?
Yeah.
If you just go over there. Is there any four?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll meet her in the front.
Okay. I'll get with him and do all stuff, go to dispatch.
We'll meet you in the front.
We're Tampa. I'll be headed your way shortly.
Or relay the rest.
I'll be headed your way for the relay shortly. Yeah, I was gonna go station. He signs the original, then I'll relay, send it back.
Make sure you send a copy to the readouts.
No, that's what I'm gonna relay it.
Hey, you can send them a copy, bro.
19.
Send them a copy, email.
Okay.
You just need to enter it on there.
Oh, okay.
And then the original can go back.
I'll just go straight there. I didn't bring my phone with me. What time is it? 4:02. They'll be go. No, 4:45. I'll have time to get it back to. Oh, just my radio's a little off. That'll give us enough time to get it back to the magistrate court.
And then drop in the bottom.
Yeah. Trying to get it there so that way there's no error on it.
I'll meet the out. Meet them in the front.
Okay. I'll be in the back.
You know, my God. My Lord. You knew that day was coming. She has an attorney. You know, some people are saying, "Oh, that's an attorney that, you know, they got her when she got charged." But I'm getting conflicting information there that they already had the attorney. And there's mom who I guarantee her her history is burning up. You have to show me the warrant. No, they don't. They have to tell her why she's being arrested. They don't have to tell her mama. She's 19. Now let's look at mom's reaction when they speak to her after the arrest.
That's fine. Hello, Rosa. So I just had to make sure she got it first, and then she was okay with it. Social's on there, social date of birth. Okay?
Again, he says to her, I just had to make sure she got it first because she's an adult.
Hello, Rosa. So I just had to make sure she got it first, and then she was okay with it. Social's on there, social date of birth. Okay? This is a criminal complaint. Okay? This is her copy. She didn't want to give you a copy. She just didn't want to read it, so this is hers. Okay? If she needs a copy, we can get her another one. Also did a search warrant for her DNA. All it is a buccal swab, like when you go to the doctor's office, you open your mouth, you have a cough, when you have a cough.
Did she do that?
Yes. Okay, this is her copy. She didn't want to read it either. Okay? This is called return inventory. This is saying what I took for it. 2 pairs of buccal swabs sufficient for laboratory testing. Okay? This is that. Do you have any questions on any of that?
On this? No.
Nothing? Okay. Leave you to it then, okay?
Okay, wait. Is she gonna stay here? Are you leaving her here, or are you
Yeah.
transporting?
That's not up to me. It's up to attention. She should be calling you after she's done with booking.
Okay, are you gonna isolate her?
Does she need to be?
Gary Mitchell just told me, because that's our lawyer,
Mhm.
Gary Mitchell, and he said if he just wants to keep her safe. So
Okay.
if anybody finds out that what she did, what they think she did, or
Mhm.
you know, and she doesn't want any kind of harm.
Okay.
So if you guys could isolate her,
So she wants full protection for her. But I mean, it seems to be pretty clear what she did to her own baby. She said, well, my attorney, well, your attorney needs to be talking to them. Your attorney. This is mind blowing.
he just wants to keep her safe. So
Okay.
if anybody finds out that what she did, what they think she did, or
Mhm.
you know, and she doesn't want any kind of harm.
Okay.
So if you guys could isolate her, I don't want anything to happen.
No, I know what you're talking about. He wants her to be put in special population. That's what that means.
Okay.
No, I'll make sure if she does go out, she shouldn't, because this is through magistrate court here in town, and she should be seen tomorrow because it is non-violent. She has no priors. She's more likely to be released tomorrow. And because I don't know if the district attorney is going to do a pretrial detention or anything, but if they don't, then she'll see the judge in the morning and then go from there.
What time? What? Yeah.
It depends on the judge's schedule. He has, I believe, 72 hours to see anybody, but it just is on a rotating docket. I think detention starts at 7 in the morning. I'm not too sure right now.
Is it for sure that she will get seen tomorrow?
The judge has 72 hours to see her. He has to see her before 72 hours or she gets released.
Okay.
Okay? More likely, she'll be released on an OR. It's called order of recognizance, your own recognizance, meaning like we're trusting you to go out there, not commit any crimes, any more crimes, do anything else. You can't leave a certain area, stuff like that.
Any more crimes, and this still isn't good enough for them. Because let me tell you what, murder is normally a big bond. Sometimes it's cash only.
Meaning like we're trusting you to go out there, not commit any crimes, any more crimes, do anything else. You can't leave a certain area, stuff like that. That's more likely what will happen. All right? So that's where you're at right there. All right?
Thank you for being so nice to her.
All right? I'll leave you all to it.
Thanks.
Well, my friends, this just gets more and more insane. It really does. And let me ask you guys, what do you think the punishment should be for what she did? Because it only takes one sympathetic juror to say, oh, no, I think her mom is the problem. Or I don't think she knew she was pregnant. She is charged with murder and tampering with evidence. She got a $100,000 bond. So somebody put some money up. She's allowed to attend school and graduation, will not have an ankle monitor or be under house arrest, and required to attend counseling. Angel P said life. Lily said death. And don't forget, she's a young girl. I hope they have her on some serious birth control, because I have a feeling her and the prom date, Mr. Boyfriend, are still active, if you know what I mean. Imagine if she pulled a Diane Downs and went to the jail pregnant again. Exactly, P. Lola's mom. She can get pregnant again. Lisa said sterilize her and her boyfriend. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. You know me. All right, guys, this has been a great show. I know it's been a hard show because this case is infuriating. Everybody feels some sort of way about it. But I appreciate each and every one of you being here. We might do a members live later this afternoon. I'm not sure. It depends on how my day shakes out. But you know the routine. Make sure your reminders are on full blast so that when we go live, you know it. If I do not see you this afternoon, then I will see you back here at 9 a.m. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you to everyone listening on the replay. Thank you for being here live. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for everything you guys do, especially advocating for the victims. You guys are the absolute best.